The rich get richer and the poor get poorer is an expression that describes the tendency of economic inequality. It is also known as the Matthew effect, which is now proving itself true, especially in India. A recent report published revealed shocking data about India that 90% of people do not have money. India is home to 1.4 billion people, but around a billion lack money to spend on any discretionary goods or services, a new report estimates. According to a report from Bloom Ventures, a venture capital firm, the number of people in the country who can afford to buy non-essential items is similar to the population of Mexico, about 130-140 million people only. This means that around 90% of the country's population cannot afford to buy non-essential items. There are another 300 million people who are starting to spend more, but they are still careful with their money. These people are not only just beginning to spend more as digital payments methods like those that let people click a button to make purchases have made shopping easier. Another 300 million are emerging or aspirant consumers, but they are reluctant spenders who have only just begun to open their purse strings as click of a button. Digital payments make it easier to transact. What is more, the consuming class in Asia's third largest economy is not widening as much as it is deepening, according to the report. That basically means India's wealthy population is not really growing in numbers, even though those who are already rich are getting even wealthier. This change is affecting the way businesses operate, especially with the trend of premiumization. Premiumization is when companies focus on selling more expensive products to wealthy consumers instead of products for the mass market. This is seen in the increasing sales of luxury homes and expensive smartphones, while cheaper options struggle. For example, 5 years ago, affordable housing made up 40% of the market, but now it's only 18%. According to data, the top 10% of Indians now control 57.7% of the national income, up from 34% in 1990. On the other hand, the bottom half of the population has seen its sharp drop from 22.2% to 15%. The report also says that while India's consumption growth has been faster than that of any other big economies in the last 10 years, it is still behind China by 13 years. In 2023, India's average per person consumption was $1,493, while China's was $1,597 in 2010. The use of credit cards and mutual funds is also much lower in India compared to other major economies. The slowdown in consumption is made worse by the fact that many Indians are saving less and taking on more debt. The Reserve Bank of India (RBI) has also made rules stricter for lending, especially for loans that are not backed by any assets, which had previously helped boost spending after the COVID pandemic. Since many people in the emerging consumer group were borrowing money to spend, this change is expected to reduce overall consumption. Looking ahead, India faces some long-term challenges. The middle class, which has traditionally driven consumer demand, is shrinking. A report from Merciless Investment Managers says that the middle 50% of India's tax-paying population has not seen much increase in their wages over the past decade. When inflation is taken into account, their incomes have actually halved. The report adds that the middle class's savings have been badly affected and their net financial savings are nearing a 50-year low. This means that products and services aimed at the middle class are likely to struggle in the future. There is also a new group of consumers who are beginning to spend money beyond just essential needs. The shift is happening thanks to easy payment systems like UPI, Unified Payments Interface. This change in the Indian consumer market is also influencing how brands approach the market. Instead of focusing on reaching the mass market, companies are now focusing on selling premium products for consumers with more money to spend. This can be seen in the growing sales of higher-end mobile phones in India, while cheaper models struggle. There is also a growing demand for luxury homes in gated communities and branded products. Another booming area in India is the experience economy, where people are willing to spend on experiences like concerts. Expensive tickets for concerts by global artists like Coldplay and Ed Sheeran sold out quickly. One of the authors of the report told the BBC that businesses focused only on the mass market or those without premium products in their range have lost market share.